Micah chapter 2, verse 1, it says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hands." I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to my apostles and others, a great millstone, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect of Israel that are scattered abroad. It's your brother Zakar Kasai coming to you with another lesson. All right. And also I want to apologize to the brethren. You know, I hadn't been on too many lessons this week. Been really down bad, really sickly, in need of prayer, man. So there's that. But I'm getting back to it, and we're gonna get on Esau's ass. It says, verse 2, "And they covered fields and take them by violence." Yeah, they took the whole America by violence from our Native American brothers, man. All right, from the Seminole Indians, the Cherokee. All right, they took this whole land by violence, and now they're trying to deport. Actually, Trump has a case going with the Supreme Court to get rid of birthright citizenship. So if they get rid of birthright citizenship, meaning like the people that were actually born here, the people, they can actually take them to jail, take them to a concentration camp. Trump also has another decree for the homeless people, in which they're going to start putting them in the concentration camps, pretty much, man, forcibly into hospitals and things like that, forcing treatment on them, forcing needles in them. All right, holding them down like that video we seen during the C-19 when that brother was in that room and he was telling them, like, I ain't about to take nothing. I ain't about to take your needle. But they held him down. They damn near beat him up. He was fighting all of them, man. It was a Northern Kingdom brother. All right, so that's coming. That's coming upon you, and you, and you, and you, and you over there, and you over here. That's coming, man. All right, if this guy's able to do this, if that decree, the birthright citizenship, if he's able to accomplish that, then he's going to be able to deport anybody who's born in America. So we're living in those times, man. It says, "And they covered fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away, so that they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage." They're right. That's right, man. All right. So people are about to be going through straits, man. People about to be going through straits, man. All right. Let's go to the book. Let me see. Wisdom of Solomon. What am I thinking? Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 10. All right. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 10. And it says, let's start at Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2. That's verse 4. 2 and 10, right there. It says, let us oppress the poor righteous man. Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the age. Yeah, it's talking about you Israelites, man. They ain't going to care about your children, your old men, your old women. They ain't going to care. They ain't going to care. The spirit of sedition, the spirit of civil war is being brewed up in the background, man. All right. Let our strength be the law of justice, for that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth. Therefore, let us lie in wait for the righteous, for he is not for our turn. Right? Because he is not for our turn. And he is clean contrary to our doings. Yeah, because we follow a whole different law than you devils, man. We follow in the stead of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and we ain't going to bow to you devils. All right, with your new world order. We're not going to bow. Okay, so you're going to come after us. They're going to come after us, man. All of our names are written on a list right now. All of our names are on some kind of list, and they're going to try to take us out, man. But the Lord got something for that ass, man, you know? He ain't going to let you take us out like that. It says, let our strength be the law of justice, and that's what your strength been. All right? Unrighteous decrees, man. Matter of fact, let's go to the book. Let's pull this up real quick in the book of Isaiah. Let's go to the book of Isaiah real quick. Isaiah chapter 10, right? In 1. It says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment. Yeah, woe unto them, woe meaning destruction, unto them, Esau, Edom, that decree unrighteous decrees. That's unrighteous decrees. They going around with ICE, picking up people who are workers, picking up people who have been in this country probably longer than some of them, man. All right, more than likely, they were born here. Hey, Esau Edom, the so-called white man, is an immigrant, but he has power to take you out of your own country that you were born in, that you were here before him, hundreds of years before he even got over here. Before he even got here, but he's able to go to court and plead for birthright citizenship type of stuff, like, and to ultimately put you in a concentration camp, alligator Alcatraz somewhere, where you ain't got no walls, you can't take a shit in private, you can't take a piss in private. Okay. No, they don't turn the lights off, so you can't get no sleep. So ultimately turning you into a damn savage, man. And he's making Jake the face of all terrorism. All right? But Esau Edom, the so-called white man, all right, which is not all of the white man, because some of the white man might be Jake. They might be attached to the Lord. But most of them, these devils don't give a fuck about you. There's a thing going around with the homelessness, right? With, they want to put all the homelessness by force, right? Like I said earlier, into concentration camps, into re-education camps. They said that they're going to force them to rehabilitation, force them to get rehab, force them to do this, that, and other. So you're going to see in your own cities, a city near you, these devils picking up homeless people off the streets, right? And forcing them by force into vans or into their cars to take them to some, they say, rehabilitation facility, but it's not no rehab. No, it's a re-education camp. It's a concentration camp, man. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees. Yeah, Section 8, all types of shit. You get take the father out of the house. We don't want no father in the house, okay? We want you women dependent on us, right? That's what they say through their laws, through their unrighteous decrees. We want your children being raised up on our food that we provide them, which has all types of chemicals and all types of imbalances. It don't give you no real nutrition, no nutrients. All right, we don't want the father in the house because, we don't want no male figure. We want your kids to be gay. We want your women, your young women, your young girls to be gay. We want your young men, your little boys to be gay. We don't want them making babies anymore. The Georgia Guidestones said, maintain humanity up under 500 million. If everybody's gay, man with man and woman with woman, where the fuck are the babies coming from? And forgive my French, where are the babies going to come from? So woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees. That's talking about you devils, man, that rule this country, America. The Lord is going to destroy you, man. Because everything that this place pushes is against the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey. Yeah, they prey on you women, you single women. Okay, they push feminism on you. Yeah, feminism is, hey, that's the scripture right here. Woe, it says that women may be their that widows may be their prey. That widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless, yeah, of a father, of instruction, proper instruction and guidance, of order. All right? You got these young men growing up, they don't know how to take accountability, they don't know how to do nothing. Young women growing up, they don't know how to take accountability, they don't know how to do nothing. They just know how to blame everybody for everything else, and not calling on Yah B'Shem Yahweh Shai. They calling on Jesus Christ, man. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people. Yeah, it's a right to have good water. It's a right. It's a human right to have a place to live. But these devils pass laws and decrees and make everything so hard that there's so much homelessness. There's so many people that are what is it called? Malnutrition, they're so unhealthy. It's pathetic, man. All right? They're so unhealthy, it's pathetic. All right, from all this processed food, from the water that has forever chemicals in it, that you don't drink it. You got a whole refrigerator full of bottled water, man. You feeding it to your dog and everything. You ain't giving them none of that tap water, but you're still soaking the tap water in through your skin when you take a shower. So what the hell is going on, man? Those are unrighteous decrees. That shit was set up. They can easily clear that water up. They can easily do some shit like, you know what I'm saying? But they don't want you. To turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people. Yeah. You don't have a right to be a regular human being and to own a house or live in a house. You got all types of bills. You got to work. You got to pay these devils some kind of taxes, or else they're going to take your punk ass to jail, man. Okay? That widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. You see? That's these devils, man. So going back to Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2 and 12. Therefore, let us lie in wait for the righteous. And how do they lie in wait? They pass unrighteous decrees to lie in wait. Oh, well, you know, we're going to sit over here in the ghetto, and we're going to put all these black people and Native Americans and Latinos that are poor, we're going to put them in the ghetto and let them fight each other. We're going to put guns in the hood. We're going to develop crack cocaine and all these other things, and we're going to push it on these people. Okay, we're going to make them destroy each other, and we're going to sit back on the news, and when we see them destroying each other, we're going to be laughing. Ha, 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 ha. This is this devil cracker that does this, man. Therefore, let us lie and wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn. And we're not for your turn. We are servants of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Right? And he is clean contrary to our doings. Yeah, we're clean. Just like when Abel and Cain, right? Cain was mad at Abel because he offered a perfect sacrifice. But Cain knew what kind of sacrifice the Lord wanted, and he still offered the wrong one. That's you Edomites, man, you so-called white people. Not all of you, because some of you might be Israelites. But the bulk of you are racist, you're wicked. You teach your kids to tell, to call black people niggers. You teach your children all types of wicked shit, man, because you're wicked. Now we got to worry about our kids going to school with kids that might call them niggers, and we so much. Hey, the Lord said in the book of Genesis that He's going to put enmity between thy seed and her seed, right? So that's the Lord ultimately, man. We can never get along. We can never, and when the Lord come, He gonna set everything in order and set it straight. And you devils are going in captivity. It says, therefore, let us lie in wait for the righteous. That's what they do. They lie in wait for you. They set up unrighteous decrees and they lie in wait for you to disobey the law of the land, right? Which we follow to the best of our abilities. Okay, but our people out here messed up and shit, man. They putting a squeeze on us to the point where, you got to make a choice. Hey, I got to get me some money. I got to do something. I got to, right? Their education system is horrible. These schools ain't teaching you shit, man. You get out of school and you still don't know nothing. The only time you learn something is when you get addicted to the truth, the real truth of the Holy Bible, man. Therefore, let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn, and he is clean contrary to our doings. He upbraideth us with our offending the law, and objective to the infamy, the transgression of our education. Yeah, your education system sucks. Everything you teach is against the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai. You teach that there's aliens in the UFOs. There ain't no damn aliens, man. Those are angels. All right? The angels are visiting this place and looking down on you damn cracker devils and up on our people. They're watching you, and they're reporting back to the Lord, man. It was that the book of Ezekiel that speaks about that, man. I just telling the person about that today. It says, he professeth to have the knowledge of God and calleth himself a child of the Lord. Yeah, because we are the children of the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Shai. We are, not you. It says he was made to reprove our thoughts. Yeah, we were made to reprove your thoughts. We were made to make these videos and to get on you and to tell you that you're wrong and such and things that you're doing. That's what it's made for. That's what we was made for, man. He is grievous unto us even to behold. You can't even look at us, man. People at your job and shit, they be nice. They try to be nice to you and shit. And but when you sit with them, you talk to them, you try to look them in the eyes and shit, you can tell there's something behind those eyes. There's something, I can't trust that. Going back to the book of Sirach, right? Never trust thine enemy, man. Matter of fact, let's pull that up real quick. Let's pull that up real quick. Yeah, this is Sirach chapter 12 and 10. And it says, never trust thine enemy, for like his iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. That's right. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. Yeah, he's still racist. He's still a damn demon. He still wants to kill you, Jakes, man, you Negroes, Latino, and Native Americans. He want to put your ass in a concentration camp and put your ass with that MOTB inside of your skin, man, so he can ultimately put you in slavery again. Make America great again. Yeah, but when was it great? Whenever we were slaves, when we built your White House, when we showed you how to bathe, when we showed you how to brush your goddamn teeth, you damn devil. You didn't know how to do nothing. We showed you how to do everything. All the inventions that we made that you took over. It says, "Set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee," because that's their whole purpose, to overthrow you. Just like our Native American Indian brothers, they trusted in these devils for a little bit, and that's all it took, is just a little second, man. Trusting in you damn devils. And then you gave them those sheets. You put monk or what was it? Some kind of disease on their blankets and shit, man. Gave them blankets with disease on them. That's what you did. We didn't do that. You white people did that. Martin Luther King trying to, and he was a plant trying to integrate us with you devils, man. That was the worst thing ever in the world. It says, "Set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place." Yeah. Yeah, so now he's the king of this land. You try to be nice to this devil. It was all set up by the Lord. It says, "Set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith." That's right. "Who will pity a charmer that is bitten by a serpent?" And Esau Edom is that same serpent spoken about in the book of Genesis. All right, that deceived Eve to fall into those different philosophies. Okay, and she gave Adam a piece of that. It's the same devil. It may not be called the same devil, but it's the same devil. It's the same spirit that's on this earth today, man. And right now they're deceiving you through their technology, through their technocracy. All right, you people worship Satan through the technology, man. You're addicted to it. Your children are addicted to it. You're listening to it. You're abiding by its every word, even though it was created by humans. The Lord said, don't trust these devils, man. It says, "Set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beasts?" Yeah, why you getting towards a bear? You poking the bear, poke the bear if you want. You keep on poking the bear, man. Getting closer and closer with these devils. It says, "So one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him in his sins." Yes. See, our people, they run after Yahweh Shai. They not Yahweh Shai, but they run after Jesus Christ. Slakia. Righteous man falls 7 times and get it back up. So they run after this white man Jesus, and they in the church for 20, 30 years, and they never read Revelations chapter 1 when it speaks about what color our Lord is. They don't even care. They got the white man Jesus in the church. They praising it. Over there in Africa and different countries, praising the white man Jesus. It says, "So one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him in his sins, who will pity?" It says, "For a while he will abide with thee, but if thou begin to fall, he will not tarry." That's right. "An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit." So that's what they're doing with these ICE raids and shit. He speaks sweetly with his lips, meaning his laws. Oh, we're going to do this, that, and the other for the blacks, Latinos, Native Americans. But guess what? In the end, he's setting you up in a damn trap. It says, "For a while he will abide with thee, but if thou begin to fall, he will not tarry. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit." He imagining that right now. "He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood." So This devil is trying to put you in a damn concentration camp, man. Never trust thine enemy. Anyway, with that, Lord willing, the message is edifying. Like say, Shalom.